how did we get from let's keep politics out of schools all the way to pride flags in kindergarten,
secret gender transitions,
and porn for first graders? Well, it didn't happen overnight. It followed a deliberate, incremental strategy inspired by the Italian Marxist Antonio Gramsci way back 100 years ago. Manhattan Institute fellow Chris Rufo calls it the long march through the institutions. Here's how it works. Step 1, denial.
Nothing inappropriate is being taught with this health curriculum.
We're not using any type of program to quote-unquote indoctrinate or convert our children. Our equity work is all about doing what is best for children.
First, the activist educators say, this isn't happening. We're not teaching gender ideology. It's just basic inclusion and anti-bullying. But we've all heard the cases where schools denied teaching radical gender theory right up until when whistleblowers leaked the curriculum. Parents who were asking questions were told they were just imagining things or being bigots. Step 2, minimization. When the evidence emerges eventually, they say, okay, it's happening, but it's rare. It's just a few teachers, no big deal. But we know, meanwhile, schools were ramping up the whole time their activity by quietly partnering with gender clinics and expanding explicit content in curricula. This brings us to step 3, tolerance and normalization. The next thing you hear is, why do you oppose kindness and inclusion? This is just about supporting LGBTQ kids. Love is love.
The teachers said stuff like, do you know what it means to be gay? And is it a bad thing to be gay? And then he just laid down this huge thing that was like, love is love, and you shouldn't turn love into hate. That's basically what he said.
Suddenly, rainbow flags go up, Pride Months are celebrated school-wide, and lessons frame traditional views as outdated or harmful. What was once controversial becomes the new common sense. Step 4, codification.
Teaching will soon change in Washington. This week, Governor Inslee signed into law Senate Bill 5462, requiring public schools in Washington create curriculum including the histories, contributions, and perspectives of marginalized communities.
Now, it gets written into the policy. Curricula, teacher training, counseling guidelines.
Talk to a kid about gender. Talk to a kid about sexuality. Teach them about consent. Tell them it is okay for boys to wear dresses.
The T stands for transgender.
They all mandate gender-affirming approaches. And social gender transitions without parental notifications becomes the standard in many districts across the country. Books with explicit content enter libraries, and opt-outs are no longer offered. Step 5, enforcement. Finally, all dissent is punished. Teachers who question it risk their jobs. Parents who object are labeled extremist or harassers. And students who hold to traditional beliefs face social ostracism or even disciplinary action. The ideology that started as not happening is now mandatory, and you're the problem if you resist. See, we here at the Myth of Education podcast work to expose cases where this pattern emerges, from secret clubs to explicit lessons to school to clinic pipelines. The strategy is perfectly aligned with the playbook of cultural Marxism, taught by Antonio Gramsci and his followers, who are bent on cultural revolution using schools to reshape how children see reality, sex, and identity. Gramsci taught that to win power, you don't need violent revolution. See, that didn't work, so he knew you need to capture the culture first, and it starts in education. And that's exactly what's happened here, and it's worked to get us further than most people thought possible. Parents, this is why awareness matters. And now that you know the playbook, which step do you recognize from your own schools? Drop a comment below and share this with someone you think needs to know. And if you like this video, check out more at mythofeducation.com.